Take a look at this. Do you know what it is? Isn't it obvious? No? Oh, that's because you're not Lebanese. That's why you don't know. There are a lot of things in life that are very obvious to us, and yet it's not obvious to the person we are talking to. I've been in many seminars and things like that where they say, as you already know. And I hate that phrase because what if I don't know? And sometimes I really don't know. And I feel stupid then to ask anything because everybody's supposed to know and I don't know. So I am just a dumb guy and I don't want to look stupid. So I don't understand what you're saying and I go home unsatisfied. Similarly, in marketing also, same principle applies. Expect people to be stupid, lazy, and half asleep. I'm not saying it. An amazing book called Thinking Fast and Slow by a Nobel laureate on behavioral economics. He says it after decades of research, hundreds of research, what he found that there are two sides of the brain. One side, which is lazy and 95% active, and the other side is rational and very, very focused and detail oriented, which is only active 5% of the time. Whether it's Harvard graduate or a guy like me, it doesn't matter how intelligent or how stupid you are. Now, please don't get me wrong. People are not stupid. It's just to be efficient. This is the biological way of just being, half asleep. Just like your computer. If you don't use it for too long, what happens? The light shuts off. Saving battery. That's what the body is doing. So if you understand this, then you understand that when people are scrolling through Facebook or Instagram, right? To grab their attention, you got to capture the lazy side of the brain. This man got a Nobel Prize because his understanding that most people are not actively looking and reading things in a detail-oriented way revolutionized marketing. These big fonts and the bright colors and the shining LEDs that you see that people do to grab your attention is because they know that you're half asleep, you're lazy, and to grab your attention, I got to really kind of nudge you and push you and get you to see, hey, look at me, look at me. If you go to a normal market, what do you see? Somebody's selling fruits, somebody's selling vegetables, and they're saying, buy my vegetables, buy my fruits. The louder you shout, the more attention you get. But if you shout too much, then you don't get any attention because you're obnoxious. So there's a balance. But you have to grab attention. So if you see any effective ad, it is generally big font with a human face people connect with, and there's a call to action. What does that mean? That means grab the attention, show them something that makes them like, I need that, I think, that's interesting. And then this is what you do. Here's a call to action. Call a number, WhatsApp, or do something that you take some action. When you understand that this whole aspect of people being stupid, lazy, and half asleep most of the time, communication becomes easy. So even if you're in a meeting and you think everybody's paying attention, trust me when I say it, no, they're thinking about something else. Their dinner last night, or the date they're going to go on, or the weekend, the plans that they might be having. So they're not listening to you most of the time. So over-communicate, don't under-communicate, and you will get the results you want. Talk to people you would talk to a 10-year-old, or you explain your grandmother. And that way you will see that people will understand you. A lot of times, even in classes and things like that, webinars, you ask for feedback. So you understand what you said, what they grasped, and what they gave back. So that way you get better at communicating. Marketing also, you look at Facebook Insights, Google Analytics. You show some advertising, some text, some graphic, some video, and then you see how people are reacting, who's reacting. Am I getting their attention? Am I getting them to take the action that I want them to take, right? And accordingly, you know if your marketing is successful or not. Even in the Bhagavad Gita, Arjun tells Krishna, that means, take my chariot in the middle of the two armies so I can see who I'm fighting with. Amazing. This is the principle we should all use to see who is our demographic, who is our audience, and how much they could potentially know, and how I should explain things to them. People are visual learners, people are audible learners, they learn by listening, but they learn by seeing, but they learn by doing. Different ways people learn. So marketing is nothing but education. You educate people about some problem they have and you tell them here's the solution. If you want it, here's my version of the solution. Communication, marketing, all of that, you understand that where people are 95% of the times, wake them up with a jolt and then give the information. There's a saying called the curse of knowledge, which means to you, everything is obvious because you're surrounded by that knowledge. But to another person, it might not be, because to them it's foreign concept. Throughout your life, you'll see this will happen. You will always think people know something that's obvious to you, but it's not obvious to them. So understand that they might not know, and you need to know that they don't know. And from their perspective, what would help you to speak in their way that they understand and they take the action that you want them to do.